Miss Amelia at the library, and today I'm going to show you how to make this week's Take and Make activity. So to celebrate Lunar New Year during the month of February, we are going to make Chinese dragons. And this is a very cool craft because if you research a little bit more about Chinese dragons, you'll find out that they're giant puppets that they use to celebrate their New Year's holiday. And in your kit, you have several things. You have your dragon's head and your dragon's tail, and you have a couple of strips of red and gold paper. Now, red and gold are the traditional colors that the Chinese dragons would be to celebrate Lunar New Year. So when you're coloring your dragon's head and his tail, you may want to make sure that you coordinate with red and yellow to keep with the theme. If not, your dragon can be any color you want. So the very first thing that you're going to do at home is you're going to take your dragon's head and your dragon's tail, and you're going to color them using crayons, colored pencils, or even markers. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut out the dragon's head, and you'll need to use scissors for this, and you may need to get an adult to help you because the dragon's head is kind of a funny shape. I'm going to cut it out just loosely around its head. So there's his head, that's what that looks like. And now I'm gonna cut out his tail. And his tail is really easy to cut out because it's like cutting out a giant leaf, or at least it reminds me of a leaf. Okay, and you can go ahead and take your dragon's tail, and there's a dotted line across the bottom. You can go ahead and fold that over, and we'll use that later on, but that's what will make our dragon's tail stick up in the air. All right, so I've got his head and his tail. Now I'm gonna start putting together the body. And for the body, I'm gonna use a glue stick. You can use tape or a stapler at home, but I thought a glue stick would be easy enough. So I'm gonna put glue on one end. Then I'm going to fold it over to make it a circle. I'm going to press and hold that so the ends glue together. And now I'm going to add a yellow circle. So to make the circles connect, I'm going to take the yellow piece of paper and slide it through my circle. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some tape or some glue across the bottom of this strip of paper, and I'm going to circle it back around to the opposite end and hold those two ends together so they stick. Okay, so I have red, yellow. It's time for another red one. So I'm going to put some more glue on there, and you can thread it through. Make sure you're threading it through the yellow circle, that way you're getting an opposite pattern. Okay, I'm sticking these two ends together, and I've got two more strips that I'm going to add. Another yellow one and then another red one. So I still have opposites going, red, yellow, red, yellow. And then I've got one more strip, and that's our last one. So we'll put glue on that and feed it through our yellow. And now we have our dragon's body. Okay, so that's his body. And now we have to add the head and the tail. So I'm gonna add the head on first. And I'm gonna put some glue just in the middle of his head. And I'm gonna stick it right on the body. And the corners of his head and even his chin are not going to stick to the body. They're gonna kind of fold off the side. Okay, so there's its head. Now we have to add the tail. So remember this folded part? We're gonna add glue just to that part. That way our tail sticks up at the back. Okay, so I'm going to add glue to the front for our tail, which is kind of funny because normally you put glue on the back of things. All right. Squish it down, make sure that it's staying together. And now I've got a dragon to celebrate Chinese New Year and Lunar New Year.